Hey guys, welcome to Front Royal and my stay at Mountain Home Cabbins. Hey guys, it's Aquaman, and I'm here at Mountain Home Cabbins, which is just off the AT, probably about 100 yards or so. So you basically come up the road here off the AT, and this is actually behind me is the Mountain Home Cabbin. Now, this is the hiker cabin, but the main house behind me, the big white house behind me, is actually a historical home built back in 1850, or 1840, sorry, and was actually here during the Civil War. It actually housed both Union and Confederates as the battle at Front Royal took place. And so this has been a really interesting stay. I'm here 2 nights. I'm doing a 0 because I wanted to actually explore Front Royal for you and show you some of the sights. I'll be doing a walking tour in a bit. So, but for now, take a look at some of these awesome photos that I've taken from the main house so far. All right, guys, so this is the main house at Mountain Home Cabbins. And as you can see, it is built in colonial style. And when this place was purchased by a thru hiker named Possible, it was in great disrepair. So they have worked very hard over the years to get it into a B&B and hiker hostel. This is the main parlor, and has a really cool book here on the history, as well as Possible's book on his trip. Now, he was a southbounder, so he actually started at Katahdin. From here, we go into the main dining room, where I had an awesome breakfast, as you can see, French toast. Then they have a little area here for drinks, hot coffee and teas. You got your register here so you can sign in. A few little things here. They have a hiker box. Some hiker clothes here for loners. And then the main kitchen where breakfasts are prepared for us. As you come out back, you have a nice little socializing area. You can see This part here of the house was actually a renovation to it, as well as this back part was renovated due to extensive damage. The house has been updated, so it includes a lot of modern amenities. It does have heat pumps here. Now this building here is the meat house. This used to be where they used to cure meat on property, and Possible and his wife Lisa are converting it into a museum at this time with a lot of artifacts from the original site. So, all right, so the grounds well kept. Saw a lot of deer yesterday. And again, just a beautiful area, very tranquil. All right, as we come back in from here, now they do have several bedrooms here. They have rooms downstairs, but they're working down there for now. This is one of the hiker rooms here, or private bedrooms, and as you can see, it's very nice, very posh. Now the amenities are modern. They did actually upgrade all the amenities, so to modern amenities. It's very cool in the house. They do keep everything well cooled in the house. And then as you go up the stairs, now this is an interesting thing. When they first got here, there had been carpet on these steps, and some termites had actually started doing damage underneath the stairs. But they left it just to keep it more historic to the way it was. And as you come upstairs, you have another one of the bedrooms here, but unfortunately, I think there's still somebody in there. And then you have Annie's room, and this is Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hello, Aquaman. How are you today?
Good. And so this was my bedroom, and really nice. A lot of history here, as you can see in some of the photos that I took earlier. And then this door takes you out on the upper balcony, which is really pretty to be able to sit out and enjoy the weather. And as you can see, that's the main road going into Port Royal right in front of the house. So, and that's the majority of the place for the main house. And we'll go down and show you guys the cabins in just a second. All right, as you come in, you got a little area here to store your poles, your boots, and clean your feet. Some information for the hikers. And as you come into the main room of the kitchen area. Very quaint, well stocked, good refrigerator. And then you got the lower bunk room, which is down here, and it's got room for a couple of hikers here. And it has dual access, same on this side. Then you head upstairs. At the top of the stairs, you've got a well-equipped bathroom with shower and tub, sink, toilet, just basically all the things you need. And then it has 4 cute little bunks up here. And of course, I like the skylight in the window, so I took the first one since I'm the first one here. And they have their own private little lights, so at night you can go ahead and have lighting. Got electrical outlets, so you can charge your devices. And again, beautiful day outside, so you can enjoy the weather outside. And so yeah, this is the hiker's cabin here at Mountain Home Bed and Breakfast and Cabin. And by the way, if you notice, cabin is spelled with 2 B's. And that was because of the young woman, Annie. That's how she spelled it in her journal. So they kept with the theme and decided to keep it that way for the name of the place. So that's why it's spelled incorrectly by our standards. All right, so there you go. today we're checking out Front Royal. What better place to start off than seafood? Alright guys, while I was exploring Front Royal's main street, came across DL Campus on Main and got myself a milkshake. So hopefully that'll keep me happy for a few minutes while I walk up and down Main Street and check out all the historical sites. Hey gang, alright, so I'm at the Front Royal Visitor Center and we're about to pick up a walking tour map so we can see all the cool things there to see here in Front Royal. Alright guys, so I've gone in, I've gotten the walking tour guide of Front Royal and they say it's about a 1 mile total loop. So let's go check out all these cool things. It looks like they've got, let's see what's here, 37 different places, and they say all the museums that are listed here are all free, so that's even better. All right, let's start checking them out. Now, number one is the train station. Now, the train station has actually been converted to the visitor center, so we were just at the train station, and they've got a train down the end, and here's a picture of it so you can see what the train looks like. And next we're going to try to find the Millennial Sundial. All right, so number 2 on our list is the Millennial Sundial. So see what it says right there, and not really seeing much of a shadow on it right now, but then again it is high in the afternoon, so but it is what it is. And then the next one on is the caboose. Now the caboose here was given to the town in 1989 by the Norfolk and Southern Railway Company, and it sits on original track. So the track that it's sitting on is actually some of the original track. So there's the caboose. All right, so now we're coming into a historical area. So we have the Mullen Trout House, the Scott House, followed by the Garrison House, and then the white building in the distance is Samuel's Apartments. So now the board house now looks like it houses the beer museum, but I don't do much drinking, so we'll avoid that one for now. All right, so what you're looking at here is the Samuel's Apartment. Now this was built back in the early 1800s. In fact, it was resided in as a home until 1817 by a local physician, and now it's just an apartment complex. But it's cool that they still keep the building around. And this is the Williams Chapel, and it was completed in 1845, and it was a Presbyterian church. And this here is the Chester House, which is the namesake of the road that we're on, and it was formerly a bed and breakfast, and now it's an attorney's office. All right, here we have the Bathlis House. Now this was built in 1787 and was named for the Bathlis family, which lived here from 1838 to 1908. All Alright guys, well, so I just finished a bunch of different museums here, starting with the Warren Rifles Museum, which is a Confederate museum. A lot of cool things about the Confederate War and their efforts in the area. Then behind me down here is actually the Belle Boyd Cottage, and she was actually a Confederate spy. And so you got her home, and then you have the Warren Heritage Society and the Ivy Lodge here, and that was basically a good overview of the whole area and the history through the Revolutionary War all the way through World War II, and the textile industry they had here with silk and rayon and a whole bunch of different, they had a ketchup, from what I was told, they had a ketchup plant here, and it exploded, and the first medical personnel on site thought there was blood everywhere. So kind of a funny story that the curator of the museum told me about. So these three museums are really cool. Again, they're like boom, boom, boom right here. And unfortunately, they don't allow for filming inside, so that's why I wasn't able to show you guys what it looks like on the inside, but it's definitely worth checking out. All right, guys, so this is the Petty Sumpton House, and it's a log structure that was built in by a guy named George Cheek in 1788. And in 1923, it was renovated, but it was actually sold to the school boards, and they moved it across the street. So it used to be on the side of the street over here where the school is, so they relocated the house to over here. It was kind of neat, and it was maintained, so they did a good job. All right, guys, what we're looking at here is called the Dunover Apartments, and this was built around 1845, and it was known as the Hospital Center for Social and Religious Life. Now, during its ownership by the Glasscock family between 1858 and 1878, the tenants declared the house to be haunted. They said the ghost of Miss Glasscock could be heard at night rattling dishes and rummaging around in search of her false teeth. Kind of a funny story. All right, guys, so here we have the First Baptist Church, which, according to the legend, is actually the oldest church in Front Royal. And right next to it is the old city hall or town hall. Now, not only was this the town hall, but it also was the home of the original volunteer fire department. So if you look to the right, you can see where the old fire trucks used to come out of, those doors right there. All right, guys, so behind me is the Warren County Courthouse, and you can still see the Confederate statue is still here. Now, this was first constructed in 1836, the year Warren County was formed here, and the courthouse then was built in 1936 as a renovation to it. So it's got some history and some new parts to it, and it is all part of the capture of Front Royal by the Confederates, who were able to take it away from the Union troops that were stationed here. So, and then as we turn the corner onto Main Street, now we're back on Main Street, and as you can see all the way down Main Street, on the other end is the visitor center where we started. So let's head down and see if there's anything cool here to see. All right, now for all you hikers, right on Main Street is Mountain Trails, which is the outfitter, and they do carry all the major brands here. Good shoe supply, pack supply, and resupply. So, and they have one of the cool murals that you see all through the town. And this one is dedicated to the AT. So be sure to check out Mountain Trails while you're in town. All right, guys, well, it's hard to say goodbye to Front Royal and the Mountain Home Cabbin, but I've got to say goodbye for now, as I got to get on trail. So, well, that's it for this episode. I've got, it looks like about 4 days to get to Harper's Ferry, and so looking forward to that. But for now, we're going to wrap this one up. So, all right, guys, we'll catch you down trail. Take care. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. Also, if you could, head over to aquamanontheat.com and support me along the way with a donation. Thank you so much.